I'm going to start on this project of making this adapter to put this auxiliary gearbox on the jack. That's the jack right there that's holding that piece of metal. And I'm going to use this as a template. This is the clutch jack adapter. There's a piece of metal welded onto this down here, and the reason I'm not going to go to the other end down there is because it's kind of boogered up, and this end's a little cleaner to work with, so I'm just going to kind of center this thing between this piece here, which I'm going to cut off, and this end here. I'd like to have more of this same material that this one's made of, but I don't see any in my pile of scrap metal. Using my camera boom again, I had to unbury the thing. It was full of stuff. I got a battery charger on it. Got it clamped down. I was going to take this off, but I'm going to leave it on there and clamped on, and I'm going to just drill these holes. Use this as a template to drill through. I found the drill bit that fits, and my good drill is across the street on the mobile home project, but I'm going to try to get by with this emergency drill, this Harbor Freight. I got a can of spray that doesn't want to spray. You know, when you're cutting metal, you got to try to keep your drill wet with oil. I don't have any support under this. I got to get some support under that. I need a different can of spray. This one's not doing so good. And I'm going to pitch this one. Don't work anymore. One thing I want to mention for people that don't do a lot of metal work, when you're cutting steel that has any thickness to it, you always want to use the cobalt drill bits if you can, and you don't spin them very fast. The tinier bits you can spin maybe a little bit faster, but the bigger ones you want to slow down a little bit. Use a variable speed drill. Of course, they all are these days. Because if you spin it too fast, you get it too hot, and then you damage the temper in the drill, and it'll get dull real quick. And the same goes for a Sawzall. If you're cutting something off with a Sawzall, slow it down when you're cutting metal and keep it wet. Keep spray oil on it, WD-40 or something like that. See, this will go fast. We don't want to go that fast. It'll overheat and damage the tip on the drill. Now I gotta cut it off over here. I'm going to take this jig off of there, cut it off. Here you go, know-it-alls. Got a chrome socket on an impact for you. Just get some rust off of there and make it a little easier to weld to it. Got this piece, and I cut out some pieces of angle iron that I found in my junk. Pretty stout material. It's 1/4 inch by, looks like 1 1/4, 1 1/2, about 1 1/2 inch by 1/4 angle iron. Get out 3 2 pieces 8 inches long and 1 piece 4 inches. And this jig is going to go kind of like this. This is going to be flat. What's right now vertical is going to be horizontal on the jack, and it's going to be about 1 inch below the bottom, inch and a half, whatever. And the reason why is because there are 2 drain plugs on the bottom of the transmission. Other than that, this is pretty well flat across the bottom of the transmission. Other than it's not quite level because this is slightly different than, it's not quite level on there. So, and last night when I was working on this, you know, I did mount these things at what I thought was going to be level, you know, as far as left and right on these things here. So the level's going to be closer to this than what this right here is. That's going to be slightly off, a couple of degrees off. We're going to have it more like that. And let's see here. It's going to go this way. It's going to be mounted out here. We're going to have 2 of these that are going to be a leg, just a support leg welded on to this to keep the thing from, help keep it from leaning, because it's going to be heavy in the front. So this will help support that. I'd like it if I could put them out here on the sides, but it'll be too wide. It won't be on the plate on the jack, but that's all right. This one is going to be on the, it's going to be, let's see here, how do we put this on? It's going to be on here like so, and this one like so. Oh, it might be this way instead. That's about how this thing's going to go together. I think it's going to work out okay like that. I got to drill some holes in these, but I'm not sure exactly where yet. Just these 2 right here need a hole, and then just this hole here and this one here. And if I can position these braces underneath in the right place, maybe they can sit against the bottom of this, and it can sit on that as well instead of all the force being on these bolts. I think I'm going to try to do it that way.